Hey New Life, my name is Sean. It's great to see you.
I want to tell you about the story of a friend of mine. His name is Bakutak. This goes back quite a few years, actually, to 2007, when I led a short-term team to the nation of Mongolia. One evening, I went to an internet cafe and sat down next to this Mongolian soldier. He was dressed in camouflage, and he immediately turned to me and greeted me, very outgoing, engaging guy, and this was Bakutak, and that was the beginning of a friendship that lasts until today. We had lost touch with each other over the last few years, and then out of the blue, this past December, I get a Facebook message from him, and we begin this exchange, and I can see that God is doing something in his life. And so he's saying, "Doug, I know you're a good person. You're like a messenger of God." And I say to him, "Thank you, my friend. God is good, and he makes us good by changing our hearts from the inside out. His goodness is the foundation." He says, "Sometimes I'm listening to pastor's speech." I say, "Really? That's great." He says, "Yeah, on TV here, some is young, some is old, but they explaining very cool." In his broken English, you can hear God is stirring something as he's watching this Christian television in the US and Alaska. He says, "I am not clear, but there is something hidden for me from their speech." I write, "I would love to talk with you about this sometime." He goes on, he says, "I know. Sometimes I felt small blinking in my heart. If it will blink big, I afraid of that. Keep it blinking like so soft." Then he goes on to say, he says, "I thought maybe God send me man name is Doug. He trying to help me, but I am still running." So now I feel tears from my heart. I go on to say, as he's questioning whether God hears him, I say, God does listen to you. He knows your heart and he wants you to know him and to know him better. He has a plan and a purpose for your life. Bakutak goes on to say, "I must believe it. There's no way left. I am looking for many ways. I didn't find a good one. Good one is God." I go on to tell him what Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through me." And I began to tell him about how he can have an intimate, personal relationship with God. He goes on to say, "I'm afraid to enter this door. If I enter, then I will never back. I hope everything will be done perfect because I believe in Jesus Christ." Friends, this is why we do what we do at New Life in missions. Bakutak represents 2.6 billion people in the world who we would consider unreached. They basically have little or no access to the gospel unless somebody from another culture takes the gospel to them. This is predominantly, the unreached are predominantly in the Muslim, Hindu, and Buddhist worlds. And Jesus commanded us to go to these people to make disciples of all ethne. But more importantly than just the command of Jesus is the heart of Jesus. His heart is for the whole world. And that's why at New Life, one of our core values is to take the gospel to all nations. I want to encourage you, would you pick up one of these brochures for our short-term trips? We call them Global Expeditions. And would you pray about joining us this year to go to the nations? Maybe God would use you in the life of someone like Bakutak. We're going to help you. We're going to train you. In fact, at the end of this month, April 29th, we're going to have a special event. It's called Secret Church. It's a simulcast with David Platt. We are going to be equipped with how to share the gospel to people like Bakutak of other faiths. Come on out. See more details in the coming announcement and in your bulletin.